As we know, LeBron James left the Cleveland Cavaliers in the offseason, went to the Los Angeles Lakers, and now the Cleveland Cavaliers are a severe dumpster fire in the Eastern Conference. Many thought maybe they'll sneak into the playoffs as the 8th seed. Still a long season, anything can happen, but my God, are they in a rut and putting themselves in a hole to not see the playoffs this year. Now, in a really bad loss, 126-94 against the Charlotte Hornets, we're not hearing about the veterans. We're not hearing about the coaching staff. We're not hearing about Dan Gilbert. What we are now hearing about is Collin Sexton, the rookie that was drafted with the number 8 overall pick out of Alabama, not even viewed as the savior, more so like, oh, this kid could be good. He is falling on the sword, and he's not even volunteering to do so. So here's what Joe Varden wrote via The Athletic. At one point during Saturday's game, veteran starting point guard George Hill told Sexton he'd teach him how to play defense, only there's little confidence in the locker room that Sexton will listen to him. Wow. Remember when I wrote during the preseason that the Cavs' players love Sexton? Well, that was true then. And they don't think he's a bad guy now. They know he's 19 and he only played 1 year of college ball. They still think he's a nice kid, but they see his deficiencies. They know he's going to be on the court, and they're discouraged when after these losses, he doesn't seem bothered by them. Now let's just stop for a second. Many people take losses in different ways. Yeah. For example, De'Aaron Fox with the Sacramento Kings, he'd be like, let's just go home and play video games. There are many ways that athletes compartmentalize the failures that occur at their job. Maybe if you're the Kings almost every day, maybe if you're the Browns from years past every day, maybe the Detroit Lions when they went 0-16, everyone deals with it differently. So, granted we know so little about this story, to hear that, doesn't it seem like they're going after a 19-year-old kid?
That's what's weird, because they said there's not much faith in the locker room that he'll listen to what anyone has to say when trying to get him to play defense or even have a different attitude when losing. If they're saying this and it's now public, no one has said it to him? No one has said, hey, Collin, man, listen, we need a little bit more fire out of you. I mean, look the way you run that pick and roll defense. Like,
right.
There has to be some kind of rapport where someone gauges whether or not he cares. And I think, this is a shot in the dark and I'm probably wrong.
Okay.
I think they're assuming this about him. No one's talking to him. So he's probably getting blindsided. It could be one of those things where he sees this report and he's like, damn, really? You guys are thinking this and not saying anything to me? You know, or maybe, so when he was offered help for playing defense, and the quote didn't say, and his answer was. It just said the locker room doesn't think he's gonna take that advice.
Right.
If I heard the locker room doesn't think he's gonna take the advice, I would look for another example of where he's been offered some kind of help or been told he needs to do something differently, and he said, oh man, fuck you.
Well, here's another example, although it's not a concrete example. It's becoming increasingly clear that when you hear a Cavs veteran talk about younger players not knowing their role or knowing how to win or what to do on the court, they mean Sexton. Throughout the organization, the line on Sexton is that he does not, quote, know how to play. What? He doesn't know how to defend the pick and roll. He doesn't know how to set up teammates as a point guard. Sexton's never seen losing like this. His coach, Ty Lue, who Sexton's family was close to before he even went to play in college, was fired after 6 games. And again, Sexton's 19. He knows there's all kinds of things he doesn't know. Also, it's not his fault the Cavs drafted him 8th overall. That's a great point. And he has the full support of Dan Gilbert, who wants Sexton on the court. Like most of the veterans on this team, Sexton knows he has staying power in this organization, not them. Last point, a great point on Reddit. In 1 year, the Cavs front office managed to trade away their future to a conference rival and likely contender, Kyrie. Gave up a first, Mo Wagner, to take on Jordan Clarkson's Albatross, clearing the way for LeBron to join the Lakers with potential to add another star with minimal cost. Phenomenal point. Can we just agree that the reason for their losing is not Collin Sexton?
Yes.
Can we agree?
We can agree to that. I mean, look, Kevin Love isn't going to play for months. I don't know. I don't know if it's being said a lot, and I have nothing against Kevin Love, but he's injured.
Yep.
And maybe because he plays so hard, whatever the reasons, there's not a bad thing if you get injured because you play so hard and you kind of put your body out there.
Right.
I would counsel against that if I have a history of knee and whatever issues. Just get yourself out there because you're needed.
Totally.
So that's a missing link. Tristan Thompson was guaranteed victories for the season. I don't know if he was guaranteed, but he was only saying the truth. I liked what Tristan did.
Well, technically it was true though.
Yeah.
Because they were the defending champions of the Eastern Conference.
And everyone knew we didn't think they were going to be Eastern Conference champions this year.
Of course.
But I mean, like from the head coach position, they got rid of Ty Lue, and then there's so much there's so many questions around what they're going to do next.
Completely. Does Larry Jew get the head coaching spot? Do they try to bring in another coach? This team is bad, okay? We can all agree on that.
And it seems like the front office doesn't really care.
But we can at least agree that it's not Collin Sexton's fault. So let us know your thoughts. Comment section below, subscribe to 2IT Sports. You know what's my favorite song? You could ring my bell. So do it, why don't you? Ring the damn bell. And download the TYT app, available on Android and iOS.